Heathen thought of the day. Ladies first.
I've been thinking about politics and government and your favourite, the one and only Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
He is my favourite.
And the reason those go together, apart from the obvious...
Because he's the greatest politician of all time.
...is that I've long believed that one of the biggest problems in politics is that there are way too many perks that come with the job. There shouldn't be all this like power and money and everything attached. It should be something where you take the job because you genuinely want to, give to the society that you're in charge of. It shouldn't be like, oh yeah, I get free tickets to this and I get to redo my house and I get to do all that.
And I need suits by Prada.
Exactly. It's completely wrong. You should be doing it because you actually care. And just
it's never going to happen. There has never been...
I'm not saying it's going to, but I'm just saying
there
my
are
opinion.
no good world leaders anywhere. Because think about it. Imagine you're at a party and someone comes up to you. Oh, what did you do this weekend? Oh, watched a game, saw my family, hang out with my kids. What did you do? Oh, I did pretty much the same. Oh, and I bombed some people and some animals in a faraway country. And you'll find that with pretty much every single one of them. People are like, oh, this guy's a really good guy. No, he's killed millions of people. I don't have anything in common with politicians. They're all liars and cheats and frauds. I don't know why anyone... the world is so brainwashed that they pin their mast to one guy or another guy. It's the same thing. It's two sides of the same coin.
It's a Sophie's choice thing, isn't it? There's no good option, really.
There is no good option. That's why pretty much I stopped voting, because what am I voting for? And again, a lot of people have stopped voting because the guy that's in charge and the party that are in charge in this country right now, barely any of the country voted for them. Barely anyone wants them in power. They got there almost by default because there is no good option.
I was going to say, even when, Arnie had his stint in, what was he, mayor of...
Governor, the governator.
The governor of California, and he was saying, you told me this, that...
Of course, I told you everything you know about Arnie.
He was like, oh, I want to help the kids, but the problem is the two different political parties just refuse to agree on anything, even though... It's a no-brainer. So it's just, again...
No, you hadn't explained it very well. So he was like, oh, I want to put together this kind of like day in the gym for the kids. And like you say, it's for the kids, and we get them out, we get them active, we make them feel positive. And he said, instead of it just being, he's part of the Republican Party, we'll get everyone together. So, Republicans and, Liberals. And they just like you said, they just flat out refused. Even though they were told, for the children, let's just get together and show them that we can kind of like get along and we all kind of might have common goals.
There's
and
nothing political about having kids be healthy.
There absolutely isn't. Unfortunately, though, Arnie's not American, so he couldn't run for president. And people would laugh, but he would be one of the greatest presidents of all time just because of the way he thinks. He's not going to go around bombing countries. Like I'm pretty sure about that. And the fact that he would probably be, in my estimation, one of the best presidents of all time just shows you how bad these leaders who are in there have been and are.
Yeah, politics basically just draws all the wrong
I try not to think about it too much because I've already done, I've been on this earth long enough to know that there's no point. There's just no point really. You might as well just get on with your own life and stop supporting these maniacs all around the world, who are mostly men, let's face it as well.
So your thought?
My thought goes back to a thought that you had either a day or a couple of days ago, which I kind of poo-pooed because my thought was just, I think it was the day when I read out my 3-minute script idea.
Right, that would be yesterday.
my chesty script, and. So, but was your one books yesterday?
Yes.
Books, yeah. So I kind of, I was only half serious when I said boring. I do like to read beer bottles, beer cans, alcohol bottles, magazines, things of this nature. But I do read books as well, but not the ones that you read. They do look boring to me. What was the one that was here forever? Normal Women, like with just an old lady's face on the front. That kind of thing puts me to sleep. But what doesn't put me to sleep is stuff like this, Into the Unknown. Now let's look at the contents of this. The mysterious world of UFOs and aliens, clairvoyance, telepathy, animal ESP, mind over matter, reincarnation, ghosts and poltergeists, ancient unknowns, earth shrines, Atlantis, powers of the brain, psychic healing, witchcraft, monsters, divination, astrology, spiritualism, dreams, out-of-body experience, possession, and exorcism. Now, I've been going through this. See how big the book is? The pages are literally filled with words, and like small words. They couldn't get more information per page. So just to go through, say, a 15-page chapter takes about an hour. And but it's all fun, and you should be. You know, if you are a writer, I'm not sure that the guys that are writing, you know, the latest Halloweens and latest Conjuring movies are going through books like this, because these are rife full of things that will give you great ideas. The thing I'm reading recently, most recent chapter is Spiritualism, and it tells the origin story, if you want, of the Fox sisters, who were apparently the first two human beings in around like 1849 in somewhere called Hydesville or Hinsville, New York, to speak to the other side. The first, and it's kind of ironic that they're called the Fox sisters, because I showed you a picture of them and they are not foxy. Remember I showed you a picture of those two women?
Did show me a picture of
yeah. So full of interesting stuff here. So books are pretty cool. They certainly look good on display and stuff like that.
Well, don't get me wrong, there are books whose subject matter I'm not interested in. And you know that whole
Like
thing of...
Normal Women is one of the worst titles I've ever heard for a book or anything as well.
It's not a great title.
No,
but
thank you.
The subject matter is fascinating.
Not as fascinating as Into the Unknown. I just read what's in this.
I find them both very fascinating. How can you not be interested in how day-to-day life was throughout history?
Well, kind of went through that in school.
No, not really.
Oh, well, we didn't go to the same school.
Yeah, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
Yeah, but no.
But no, but yeah. Yeah, but no.
So I can recommend you some good books. Playboy.
That's not a book.
Hustler.
That's not a book.
Readers' Wives.
That's not a book.
It's all literature.